Let us start some yoga, that is asanas. Yoga asana. This is for standard 7th. Now, as we are talking about this asanas, you have to bear in mind that you do not have to perform this asanas. It is only for your knowledge, for you to see it. First, we'll start with the most relaxing asana, that is savasana. Now, savasana is done so that the body can relax in a very quiet and a comfortable position before getting into anything difficult, right? So this is savasana, which mostly we do when we are tired. And here now we have trikonasana. As you can see in the image, a person keeps the legs apart, joins one hand to one side of the leg, either a right leg or a left leg, and the same hand to the same leg, and one hand pointing upwards to the sky. In this pose, you're creating a trikon, that is one hand and two legs. So this is trikonasana. Then you have utthasana. In this you can see very clearly, this is a part of the Surya Namaskar form. As you have done Surya Namaskar, so this is a part of the Surya Namaskar form. As you can see, the person bends the body forward, pressing the hands towards the legs on the ground and joining their nose to the knees. This asana helps in stretching of the legs and the back. Then you have Ushtasana. This asana is also called camel asana. Now, this asana is done very easily. You have to sit on your, in the first pose, you have to sit down very comfortably on your legs in Vajrasana. Then slowly you lift your body upward, catching your legs. You bend your head on backward as far as possible and facing the sky. This asana helps in stretching of the chest muscles, your stomach and your thighs. It's a very good asana to be performed, but not for a very long period of time. You can do this asana in breaks. Do not do it for long periods of time. Here you have Bhujangasana. As I said, it's there in Surya Namaskar. In this asana, you have to lie down flat on your stomach, and both your hands on the right side of your shoulders, on either side of your shoulders, and with the help of your hips pressing downward to the ground and your legs flat, slowly by slowly lifting your body upward, facing the sky. In this pose, you can see this helps in stretching of your stomach, your chest, and your spine becomes flexible. Remember one thing, none of these asanas are to be performed on a full stomach. It can be done early morning, but preferably in front of somebody, some elderly person or some experienced person who knows such kind of asanas. Now here you have Pavan Muktasana. Now in this asana, you have to lie down on your back, then lift your legs slowly upward and bring your legs towards your chest and catch your legs and your knees, pressing them towards your chest and bringing your head inward, creating a small looking ball with your body. Now this helps to reduce any excess gas or anything which is there in the stomach. This asana helps to remove that. This asana also helps in proper digestion. As I said, it shouldn't be done on an empty stomach, that is in the morning time. Here you have Halasana. Now Hal means the farmers where they use for plowing the fields, the plower. Okay, you can see very clearly the legs are formed as the hull, well as the hands is just giving the support to the back so that it does not roll over, and giving support so that the back can even push the weight to the other side of the head. Now in this asana, stomach muscles improve because of flexibility. The spine also, as you can see, it's creating a lovely arch, right? And you have to stretch your toes so that you can touch the back portion of the ground. Now again, once again, I'm reminding you, these asanas are not to be done. If you have any experienced person around who knows these asanas, only then you should perform it. Please do not try it, as it can cause any trouble. Chakrasana. Now in this, chakra means wheel, right? So this is basically a half type of wheel. As you can see, First you have to lie down on your back, then place your legs uh, close to your waist, and place your hands close to your ears or shoulders, and then slowly lifting your body upward in the upward direction, you create this asana. It is not easy. Those who can do it only should do it. Those who cannot, preferably do not do it, uh, as it can cause trouble. This is chakrasana. In this, the stomach, stomach muscles, chest muscles, shoulder muscles, leg muscles all get well stretched and well shaped. Here you have Dhanurasana. Dhanu means bow, right? So if you see, the body becomes the bow and the hands become the string of the bow. This is called Dhanurasana, also bow asana. Now in this asana, you have to lie down flat on your stomach, then bring your legs up slowly and catch your legs with your hands, and then lift your body by pulling your legs towards your head so that you can balance on your stomach. This asana helps in stretching of the stomach. Vajrasana, as I explained in the second asana. In Vajrasana, you sit on your legs, on both your feet. You sit down, bringing your body in a straight right up position and resting your hands on your knees. This asana can be done also if you have no knee issues or any leg pain. Then once all the asanas are over, you can come back to this first asana, that is Savasana, so that your body can relax after doing all the asanas. You can relax and be comfortable for some time. I hope you have understood this video and liked it. If you think, as I said, do not do this asanas without any vigilance.